Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Seattle. You are so beautiful. Yes, give yourselves a hand. You know, I remember the first few Hemp Fests. I remember when we measured our numbers in the hundreds, but it didn't stay that way. We grew. We grew to measure Hemp Fest in the thousands and the tens of thousands, and now Hemp Fest is measured in the hundreds of thousands of attendees. Yeah. And you know, the progress of our movement has mirrored the growth of Hemp Fest. Since the beginning of Hemp Fest, we've passed medical cannabis laws in 17 states. And there's more to come this year. Now, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Michigan to Colorado, from New Jersey to Washington, patients can obtain their medicine in safe, well-regulated access points. They no longer need to negotiate the perils of the underground market. They no longer need to worry about getting short-weighed or getting contaminated medicine or having a knife or a gun pulled on them. We have created tens of thousands of well-paying jobs and access points across the country. And those access points have generated hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue for our communities. We have reduced the burden on law enforcement, and we've made our neighborhoods safer. We have proven that cannabis can be distributed in a way that brings benefits to communities instead of harms. But you know, the guardians of public safety up there in the high levels of the Department of Justice, the U.S. attorneys, they don't think these are good things. And so last year, they launched a coordinated multi-agency nationwide attack on our community. Now that attack started out in Michigan and Montana. And when nobody noticed, when there was no public outcry, when there was no blow up in the media, the feds expanded this campaign to California, where they have closed 400 access points with threats of seizing their property. Just a few weeks ago, Harborside Health Center became the latest target of this federal attack when they served papers on us to seize the property that we are located in. But we have no intention of closing our doors. We will never abandon our patients. We will use every legal means at our disposal to contest this action on the part of the federal government. We have nothing to hide. We've done nothing wrong. We know that justice is on our side, and we look forward to our day in court. Now, since Harborside was served, this campaign of the feds, unfortunately, has metastasized. Like a malignant cancer, it continues to spread. 10 threats went out in Colorado recently, and just last week, I'm sorry to say, it spread here to your own state of Washington when the U.S. Attorney in the Eastern District served forfeiture notices on 4 access points. Sadly, 3 of them have already closed. Are we going to let them get away with this? No way we're going to let them get away with it. They think they can crush us. Are we crushed? No way. We are roused. We are roused to our righteous fury now. We will not be crushed. I'll tell you, after Harborside was served with these despicable notices, offers of assistance poured into us from all over the country. Every single activist organization you can imagine got in touch with us. We had simultaneous demonstrations in 4 different states, including a courageous takeover of the Obama campaign headquarters right here in Seattle. Thank you for that support, Seattle. We are pulling together, and we have a common message, and we are going to send it clear and loud. We're going to tell President Obama that it is time for him to keep the promise he made to us, to our community. It is time for him to call off these rogue prosecutors and stop this horrible, horrible campaign, because we are not going anywhere. We're here to stay. We've worked too hard. We've come too far. We've made too much progress to go backwards now. All across this country, we've built laws, we've passed laws and built systems of distribution that have allowed patients to come out of the shadows of the underground market and come into the light of safe and compassionate access centers. We've come out of the shadows, we've come into the light. We're never ever going back into those shadows again. We've come into the light, and that's where we're going to remain. Thank you, brothers and sisters. If you'd like to speak to me a little more, come check me down at the dope booth at the back of the stage area. Thanks.